Hey everyone, this is Jason from Lead Fluence Training and Consulting. I would like to start off today's video by wishing everyone a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. I really hope that whatever you're doing today, whatever your plans are, wherever you are, that you find joy and happiness in whatever you're doing and whoever you're with. I really believe that no matter what your current circumstances are or situation is right now, there's always something to be thankful for. As I told you all in my last video that I didn't grow up with much. There were days when the only meal that I would have would be my school lunch. I even remember one Thanksgiving that all we had in the house to eat was a can of government pork, like it was a big old silver can that said pork, and it came from the government, and egg noodles, and that's all we had for Thanksgiving. But and there was no side dishes, there was no pies, no cakes, nothing. There wasn't even enough to go around for seconds. But even though, this meal sounds less than ideal, we were just happy to have something in our tummies. We had a house that we were in, it was our house, at least for that point in time, it was our house. There were Christmases when the only Christmas gifts that we got were donated from different charities. Most Christmases growing up too, somebody in my family always had to work, and honestly, I can't even remember the last time or the last Christmas that my whole family, that we were together as a family unit, as a group, and it was a long time ago probably. But even though I did grow up poor, it taught me a lot of valuable lessons about life. And one of the biggest lessons it taught me was that in order to get what I want in life, to go where I want in life, I would need to take action and do it myself. No one was ever going to give me anything. Whenever I really wanted something, I would work hard to do it. For example, when I was in junior high, there was this camp that I really wanted to go to and attend. I can't remember the exact amount or how much it cost, but I want to say it was probably around $200. And I know $200 doesn't really sound like a lot of money, but back then, of course, $200 was a lot of money. And when you're really poor, $200 could mean the difference between having food on the table, having hot water, having the lights on, paying your rent. So I knew that there was no way I would be able to get that $200 for my family, right? Or to ask my mom and dad for it. So I really wanted to go to this camp. So what did I do? I took action. I intentionally came up with a plan, and I took steps to get that plan accomplished. So I raised the money myself. I sold things that I had. I took some odd jobs that were suitable for like a 12-year-old to do. And you know what? I earned enough to pay for the camp. I also even had some money left over for t-shirts. Yay! And that $200, it covered the transportation, it covered the room, it covered the food, it covered everything while I was there. So it was pretty cool that I was able to achieve this goal at such a young age, and take that action and see that, hey, if I work hard, if I put the effort forth, if I am intentional about what I want to do, results will happen. So the next big thing I wanted to do in my life, and I truly believe that there's opportunities for everybody out there. You just have to look for those opportunities, and you need to take those chances and grasp those opportunities. Because growing up poor, as a poor kid in the Midwest, in the state of Missouri, for example, you don't have a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things. So the next big thing I wanted to do after that camp was this is through high school. I became remarkable. I was a purple cow and all that stuff. I wanted to go to college. Now, nobody in my immediate family had gone to college, had not completed more than one semester of junior college. Excuse me. I wanted to be the first to actually go to get my 4-year bachelor's degree and maybe go on and get a master's degree or whatever. So what did I do? I worked hard in school every single day. I did as many extracurricular activities as I could. I ran cross country, I ran track, I was in band, I was in marching band, jazz band, I was in the Students Against Drunk Drivers, I was in Technology Students Association. I did everything that I could to pad my application as possible. Even when I was in high school, I worked nights, I worked weekends at a restaurant, I was a waiter, I worked in the salad bar. I did everything that I could so I could go to college. And you know what? I did. I was the first person in my immediate family, not counting my wife, this was like my mom, my dad, my brothers, and my sister-in-laws and everything like that, but I was the first one to actually attend a four-year college and graduate with a degree. And not only did I go to a four-year college, I went to like a top 50 college. The University of California, Davis is actually, I think it still is, it should be anyway, a top 50 university. Another huge dream of mine from since I was a child was to live overseas. Yes, I know, a small kid thinking about living overseas. It kind of started back when the whole thing happened in China and Beijing that the government there doesn't say happened. Yeah, that one. So I was always interested from that point when that happened about what's going on in different countries and how different people from different countries live and work and what they do, what they eat, what it looks like over there. So, and being again in a small town in the middle of Missouri, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to see much besides cows and fields and sheep and creeks and lots of hills. And I've always wanted to travel. So while, this goal was always there for me. When I was in my last year of college, when I was in my last year there, they were having a career fair. And I was handing out my resume to a bunch of different companies, and I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I have no idea. I'm going to graduate college. I don't know what I want to do. And then I saw this booth that said, Teach English in China. And I thought to myself, yes, I want to go do that. Because, I've always had this dream in the back of my head about going overseas and traveling and everything like that. So I worked, I set this goal, I put this intention out that I want to go work overseas. So after I found that booth, I didn't apply there because they wanted to charge you money. And growing up poor, I'm a little bit more frugal with my money than having an agency try to find me a job over there. So I found this university in Beijing that was looking for native English speakers to be teachers over there. So I was Professor Jason for a while. I graduated in June of 2004, and in August of 2004, I was literally on an airplane flying to Beijing to go be a teacher. And while I was there, I told you earlier, I loved to travel and I wanted to travel. And while I was over there, I had the opportunity to actually do a lot of traveling. So I was able to go to like South Korea, to Laos, to Indonesia, to Singapore. I went to Hong Kong, Germany, and I even went to America Junior. Yes, Canada. Sorry, Canada. I know you're a country. You're awesome because you got Tim Hortons, and Tim Hortons is the best. But also when I was in China, I found my passion for life. My passion is, adding value to others. Like learning and development, being a trainer is my dream job. I was actually asked in an interview for the company I currently work for, actually. And they asked me, one of the people asked me, what is your dream job? And I literally told him, and I actually did mean this, that this is it. This is my dream job. I have the opportunity to add value to people consistently and daily. Learning and development and training and that field is, to me, a very fulfilling field. They say there's two really, really important days of your life. The first one is the day you're born, and the second one is the day you find out why. So I found out why. My purpose for being here is to add value to others. So when I was living in China and my wife and I were deciding that we wanted to move back to the US, my whole goal was finding a job with something in learning and development. It took me about a month to actually find a job as a trainer for a call center in Dallas. And once I was in there doing it, there's nothing else I'd rather do in my life. Just what I'm just trying to say. But again, once I decided I had this intention, once I decided I actually wanted to do this, I took the steps, I took the action to make it happen. So, I kind of just gave away the next question I'm about to ask, or the first question I'm about to ask you, but what is one thing that you notice with all these different achievements, and what do they have in common? And I'm going to give you a second to think about it. Hold on, let me give you a second. Okay, So actually it was two things, right? The first is I wanted something. I wanted something. I wanted to do something. I wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to achieve a goal. The second is I took action to make it happen. I was very, very intentional in what I did. I planned how to do it and I worked my plan. You know, one of my favorite old bosses from back in the day, hi Dave. Dave used to say to me all the time, failing to plan is planning to fail. And you know what? Those words still even stick with me today because I take that to heart. I work hard every day. Even when I'm in a training class, I have a plan that I follow every single day, and I work that plan to make sure I'm on track. I'm providing the information that I need to provide to the people in my classes, whether if it's a new hire training or if it's a disc training. I have this schedule that I follow, this agenda that I follow, and I work every single area of it to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and achieving the goals that I set forth for that training. So let's going back to being intentional really quick. And I want to talk to you all a little bit about from John Maxwell's book. Here it is, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, one of my favorite books ever. It's called The Law of Intentionality, which is actually law number 1. And the law of intentionality states that growth doesn't just happen. You have to make an effort at growth. If you want something in life, it takes more than just having a goal. It takes you taking the steps to make that goal happen. So a plan without action is nothing. If you think about it, you can write down a plan, but if you don't take the steps to achieve it, what do you got? You got some notes on the paper, right? Even like a dream, you got a dream in your head. Cool, dreams are awesome. But a dream is just a dream if you don't take steps or actions to make it happen. What do they say? Like if you write down a dream, that becomes a goal. Then when you break that goal up into different segments, that becomes a plan of action and steps. Now it's up to you to actually take that stand, or that action, I should say, to make those to make that happen. So James Allen said in the book, "As a man thinketh." Oh my gosh, all the smell of the Thanksgiving food is making me so my mouth doesn't work anymore because I just want turkey. James Allen said in As a Man Thinketh, people are anxious to improve their circumstances but are unwilling to improve themselves. Therefore, they remain bound. I mean, think about that for a second. A lot of people say, well, most people say, I want more from life, right? I want this, I want X, Y, Z, I want ABC, I want to go to these places. But do they actually take the steps? Are they intentional in their growth to actually make that happen? Honestly, most people aren't. Most people, they have these big dreams in their heart. Yeah, God put into their heart for a reason. But they don't do it. They don't take the steps. They don't intentionally make an effort to try to get to where they want to go or become who they want to be. You know, many people learn only from the school of hard knocks. You know, difficult experiences teach them lessons the hard way, and they change sometimes for the better and they change sometimes for the worse. You know, the lessons are random and difficult when you're just trying to learn from your mistakes. It's much better to plan your growth and your steps and everything intentionally. You decide then where you need to grow, where you want to grow. You choose what you will learn, and you will follow through with discipline, going at the pace that you set. And some of you may be thinking to yourself, Jason, I want to grow, I want to do X, Y, Z, but it's not the right time. Now, I can't remember where I heard this at or even who said it, but this quote has always stuck with me for a really long time, and it's something along the lines of like, the longer you take to start doing something, the less likely you are to do it. Leo Buscala said, a life lived for tomorrow will always be a day away from being realized. I guess what I'm trying to say in all this is that it's time to stop making excuses. It's time to take action. You know, there's only about a month left in 2019, right? I mean, today is literally Thanksgiving Day. It is... November 28th, right? The last Thursday of November. We have about a month left in this year. What's holding you back from making positive changes in your life? What's stopping you from growing? What's stopping you from doing what you want to do with your life? Is it fear? I understand fear. I do. Fear, but I'm going to tell you right now, fear is a liar. It really, really is. Fear is a complete and total liar. And as part of being part of the John Maxwell group, a lot of our mentors always like to say, do it afraid. Earn your wings as you jump, as you take that leap of faith. And I agree with that 100%. When I started doing these videos a couple of weeks ago, I was scared to do it. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing it because I feel like it's having a positive impact on you and myself as well. So another thing that I live by as well when it comes to change and growth, because change and growth, it doesn't happen daily or in a day, it happens daily. So there's this philosophy that I like to follow, and it's from a book called The Compound Effect. And the compound effect is a very, very simple principle. And it goes something like this. Small incremental changes done daily or completed daily will have a massive impact on your future. That means if you don't do something small every single day to advance your goal or advance your whatever you're trying to achieve, you're being intentional about it. You're taking those steps. And if you do something small every single day, it might take you a while, but you're eventually going to get to where you want to be in life, in your growth journey, in your career development journey, whatever it is. Start taking those steps every day. You want to start losing weight. Make a plan and do things every single day. Cut down on how much soda you drink. I'm going to be honest with you all. Right now on this camera, I probably look a little bit thin, but a few months ago, I was pushing 260 pounds, all right? 260 pounds. Today, I weighed myself this morning, and I am down to 232 pounds because I get tired of looking myself in the mirror and seeing this big old round tummy that should not be there. I'm taking steps every single day to get down to my goal weight of about 108, between like 180 to 190 pounds. So, again, growth doesn't happen in a day. It happens daily. Small incremental changes done daily will have a massive impact on your future. Be intentional in what you're doing. Be intentional in your plan. When you have a plan, actually take those steps and work that plan. Now, if you don't know where to start, guess what? I can help you. I really, really can, and I want to help you. I can help you if you reach out to me, but you gotta reach out if you need help. I mean, if you don't want me to help you, that's cool. There are other people who do the exact same thing that I do. Reach out to them. But if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. I have, if you go to the profile for Lead Fluence's for our page on YouTube, there's a little icon up there that you can click that'll actually bring you to the Facebook page, and I'll put a link in the description as well for my Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. But you can even comment here on YouTube and down below. Reach out to me, right? This is what I live for. This is why I get up every day, is to help people by adding value to them. As we close out today, I want to let you all know that I am having a sale on my DISC personality assessments for the holidays. So if you go to the website that's down in the description and use the coupon code HOLIDAYS during checkout, you're going to get 30% off of your order. All right, everybody. I just want to wish you again another happy Thanksgiving. Have an amazing holiday. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and smash that bell icon for more notifications. See y'all next time.